Kia ora, ko Renee Tokawingwa. I'm Renee. I'm one of the Catchment Action Analysts here at Otago Regional Council. I'm just going to run through this map that I've created to pull together a lot of the spatial data for the Taiari FMU. There is a lot of information and I'm not going to run through it all, but that's kind of the idea of the map, is that it gives us a one-stop shop to go to access all of these different layers. So this one that I've mapped out here is an attempt to map the locations where different catchment groups or projects are active. I definitely don't have them all, so if you have some suggestions to add to this, we would love to hear about that. But the idea is that you can click on one of these groups and then link out to their website for more information. And that's great because when they do something new and update their website, it'll just link straight through to that so we can get all of that information. One of the focuses for the map is biodiversity. And so for terrestrial biodiversity, here we have, I just turn on, we're looking here at the current Indigenous ecosystems mapping that we have here. And then you can see these dots that I've turned on are lizard occurrences. And so just using lizards as an example, we're pulling through data from iNaturalist and GBIF. And GBIF, if you're not familiar with it, stands for Global Biodiversity Information Framework. And both of these data sets are recording places that someone's recorded an observation of that species. So what we need to keep in mind when we look at that data is that we're only seeing a dot on the map where someone's recorded it. So it's generally where a study has happened or more accessible places, but it just gives us something to start with. And so we can look at that GBIF data and overlay it on the current Indigenous ecosystems layer, or we can look at it. For example, we could have a look at land use and where conservation areas are. So the idea is that you're able to flick on and off the different information to make some basic interpretations just to get started. And another focus is freshwater biodiversity. So we'll just quickly have a look at that. And we have some information here about fish and fish passages. So we have occurrences of the galaxids, spawning areas, and an assessment of the risk to fish passage. And all of that information is coming through from other sources via ArcGIS Online. So it's really pulling together all of those different data sources rather than creating something from scratch. So that's just a super quick rundown. As you can see in these layers, there is a lot more information here. And if you can provide any feedback to Sophie about what we need to include in here, we would love to hear it. So yeah, thanks for watching.